Welcome to Revolutionary Talk, brought to you by The Well.
Ooh, oh well. What is the well?
Well,
you should go find out.
Exactly. Go check out for yourself in the description. Lots of great resources presented by Kristen and the team, so be sure to go check that out in the description. We are ending this series of workplace wellness, discussing how to avoid burnout.
I'm very familiar with this topic. Ask me a question.
How do you feel?
Right now, burnout. Ask me why I'm feeling burnout.
Why?
Because I think I get burnout from trying to do too much too fast. And it's kind of like that, like, we got this much work, let's knock it out. And then it's like you got this 4-day rest period to recover. And then it's like, when you could just slowly do it.
Yeah.
But it's always like my brain is so endlessly attached to just getting stuff done. It's almost like this, I think it's that growing up symptom of like, my dad's like, here's your chores, you can have fun afterwards. So it's like, how fast can I get this stuff done? And I do the same thing with my work, even though it's like putting in that quality. It's just like, how fast can I get it done? There's freedom on the other side. But as soon as you finish that last job, more work comes in.
Yeah.
Or like if you to get those days off, and then like sometimes it's hard to get back in the groove.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no consistency to it.
Yeah.
You're flying through projects, getting some time to do nothing, and then you get back into it and you're like, man, what's my approach to this? And you're out of sorts.
I actually used to do that in nursing too. I'd work 3 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, and get 8 days off. Yeah. But I was so worn out for those 8 days off that only like half of them would be used. And then it was so hard to come back into work because it was like you're literally playing with burnout of rest and burnout of doing so much.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. After taking some time off, getting back to work, that's always. It's like you've been gone for a year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I would prefer more of doing like shorter trips throughout the year and doing more of them versus being gone like 2 weeks and coming back and not knowing how to do anything.
Yeah. Do you ever burn out?
Oh, I was just thinking about massage therapy.
Yeah.
Being at this point in massage therapy for 11 years, that is a profession that a lot of massage therapists will get burned out just within the first few years, like 4 or 5 years or so. And saying that it's 11 years since I got done with massage therapy school and practicing, it is something that I've had to really pull back on to avoid that burnout.
Yeah.
And because I remember starting out, I would take 5, sometimes 6 clients a day, which would equal to be like about 6 hours of actual physical hands-on work. And yeah, it's exhausting because we're using our bodies physically and then also the energy of just focusing and working on that individual at that time. It is a lot.
It's a lot.
So now being able to just focus more on, okay, how much time can I delegate to doing body work, kind of that work, versus being on the computer and focusing on that. And then, okay, when are my times that I'm going to be available to work? And, well, then making sure that I have my own time. So in my dream world, I would love to have a week every month where it's my week. Like, what do I get to do?
Good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
Ask me what I do to avoid burnout. You know I'm feeling this.
What do you do to avoid burnout?
Something I found very helpful to avoid burnout is to only work 5 hours a day. And it kind of hits your model of like, say I'm filming, it's 2-hour shoot. I only have 3 hours to edit for that day.
Yep.
And at the end of that 5 hours, it's like, turn it off. Even though if I have work stacking up, and this is where I broke this in the past, and I had like 5 hours a day, and then I was like, a ton of work came in, and I was like, cool, let's bump it up. Let's just knock more out. Burned out instantly, but it kind of blended that 5 hours a day and then also having like weeks when I don't have stuff, like not scheduling stuff, literally like chill, relax. When you get antsy, then start, reaching for a little extra.
Yeah.
And so it's because our brains are wired to like work. But if you give yourself like, all right, I'm going to rest and create urgency to work, it kind of puts you, like we said in that episode of motivation, to throw you back in the motivation. It's like playing with your brain to like, how can I manipulate it to work for me instead of me working for it?
Yeah. So true.
Yeah, I can relate to like all of that. Those are good points. Yeah, I mean, speaking to the amount of hours you work a day, I mean, I've been doing that actually for a while now, and I haven't had burnout in a while, so maybe there's something to it. But like setting like an end time for the day, like I need to be really productive to get done by this time, and I can, enjoy my evening. And so it doesn't feel like my work's a burden.
Yeah.
I plan all these, whatever I'm doing with the night to look forward to, and I gotta be done.
Those days for me in the creative field can be a little difficult to like say I gotta be done at like 5:00. That almost gets stressful sometimes because
Really?
then I'm like, now I gotta force my creativity, and
Can't do
that's
that.
where I created that like 5 hours a day. It's like, all right, like if I want to do an hour now, 3 later, then I guess we got to do 1 before bed. It just gives you that flexibility if you have a job that isn't so analytical
Yeah.
and straight to it.
Yeah, I feel like that's perfect for you.
Yeah, and it allows you to go around, walk, eat healthy
Yeah.
stuff, work on your work relationships, all the stuff of these episodes. It just builds into a perfect day.
Perfect. We have some things in common work-wise, I feel like. Do you both feel like mixing up the types of projects you do help you avoid burnout as well and not doing the same thing every day?
Yes, absolutely. Unless I'm just in the grind of doing this project that, all right, we're on a roll. Let me just get these done. All right, move on to the next thing. But
Yeah.
depends on the projects, I think.
Mine tends to be mixing shooting and editing. If I have a lot of shoots that week, I really don't tend to edit a whole lot that week because it just balances because it's my brain has to focus on more like one thing, whether it be shooting or editing. Because if I flip back and forth, it creates more stress as my brain's like, now we got to think about the shoot coming up before we're going to edit. It's like, nah, it doesn't work too well. Or creating, time in between these to allow my brain to like reset.
I like it. Episode 3, stress management.
Yeah. Shoot.
Hand in hand. Good stuff. Anything else to wrap up this series of workplace wellness?
I think with burnout though, you gotta manage your stress. I mean, everything we talked about on the previous 7 episodes is like to prevent burnout. If you have good, management of stress, you're eating well, you're drinking well, you're around good people who feed you energy, or like, that balance your energy. Like taking all these 7 episodes and putting them together will prevent burnout.
Yeah.
Or can help.
Help to keep it balanced and keep your mind as well in a balance too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I like it. Good stuff to wrap up the series. Hope you all enjoyed the workplace wellness episodes here. If you missed any episodes, go check out the playlist. We have all 8 in there. So stay tuned for the next series. Talk soon.